Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver, troublemaker, commentator, author, and observer. I'm a historian, got a degree from Berkeley, political scientist from Berkeley. But basically, I just want to understand how my government is supposed to run. So today, I want to talk about judges. I've done this before. It's very controversial. But folks, our government, first off, I am not supposed to respect my government. The government is supposed to respect me. I'm not supposed to be respectful to the police, or to the city council person, or to the state legislator. I'm not supposed to. They're supposed to be respectful to me. So the judges, the judges don't run as the honorable so-and-so. They run as judge. And when they become judge, they got a building that looks like a palace. Every courthouse in a major city looks like a palace. The columns stand up, the overhang, and everything. You go in, and the court looks like you're going before the king. He sits 10 feet above you, and he passes judgment. And if you say something he doesn't like, he can hold you in this thing called contempt. So I want to know, I've asked this question before, what is contempt of court and how in the world is it legal? Why can I not say something to the judge that he does not like or she does not like? How come I gotta watch what I say? When he comes into the room, I got to stand up. All rise. The honorable so-and-so. What makes you honorable? I really want to know. I've asked judges this. They end up arguing with me. They end up getting arrogant. They end up, except one guy, because of the special group we were in, this judge, by being in the group, was more thoughtful. But why is it that I don't have to call my U.S. Senator, Your Honorable? I don't have to call the Congressman the President. I do not have to call the President Honorable. But I have to call the judge Honorable. I don't have to sit up or stand up when the Senator walks in the office. But I have to do that for the judge. So I want to understand, folks. The judge is not there to judge whether you're right or wrong. The judge is not there to determine if he thinks you're guilty or not. The judge is only there to do a small job, to make sure you do not break the laws passed by the Congress or the legislative branch of government. And was that legislation signed by the executive branch, whether it's the governor or the president. So the judge's job is only to interpret what the legislative have done and passed and signed up by the president. So he doesn't make the law. He doesn't say, I find you guilty. No, what he's saying is that I find you have violated the laws passed by our elected officials. So why, folks, do I have to call him Your Honor, stand when he comes to the room? Why can I treat him like a regular elected official or appointed official? Why is it? I want to know that. I have not heard a good argument yet. Why I have to call the judge Your Honor? Why do I have to give special respect for the judge? Why does he have to wear a black robe like he's special? Why is it that his seat is in most cases 10 feet above you? You have to look up at him. He looks down at you. He's in a black robe. And all you woke folks, I know male and female are judges, but he has a black robe on and he hand the Bible down. Why? I've been threatened by a judge. I bet not find you in my courtroom because I disagreed with the concept of honoring your behind because you have a job title. You're supposed to respect me. You're supposed to honor me. And by the way, folks, the Constitution that grants us free speech, understand what free speech is. It's free speech to your government. It is not free speech to each other. We say it a lot. I got freedom of speech. It's free speech to your government. So when I'm standing in front of a judge, he is part of the doggone government. He has a job to do. And part of his duty as a government is to recognize my constitutional rights, to address him, a grievance, read the Constitution on freedom of speech. You have a right to address your grievance to your government. Grievance. I don't like something you did. I don't like what you said. That is a constitutionally protected right. How dare these judges limit that? How can a judge decide Second thing, not just the right to speak to him anyway, but I have a right to face my accusers and have a trial by my peers and have my lawyer present to argue my case for me. So why is it that in the courtroom, in front of this God-figure judge, I can say something he does not like? He can find, matter of fact, I can look at him in a way he doesn't like being looked at. I can huff and puff, roll my eyes at the stupid things he's saying. He can find me in this concept called find me in contempt of court. What the heck is that? Contempt of court. So I do not have a right to a jury. I don't have a right to my judge, to my lawyer. I don't have a right to hear the charges against me. I do not have a right to be judged by my peers. This judge can declare, without any trial, declare I'm in something called contempt. Never seen a bill passed in Congress about contempt. But he can say, you're in contempt of court. I fine you X amount of money. I give you so much time in jail. Up to the judge. Up to the judge. Contempt of court is unconstitutional. And to be found in contempt is unconstitutional. Someone email me, masonweaver@masonweaver. It's easy. Or masonweaver.com. It's easy. Let me know, where am I wrong with this? What gives a judge the right to look at you? And you don't have to be the one being on trial. You can be in the audience, not stand up when he comes in. He can look at you and say, I find you in contempt of court, and have the bailiff, he wouldn't have enough nerve to do it himself, have the bailiff come down and put you in handcuffs and put your butt in jail until he decides on his own, without a jury. We have a constitutional right to a trial by jury, not trial by a judge. Folks, Americans, citizens, understand, this means something to me. This means something to me, folks. That's a Vietnam Service Medal. There should be a brown star on it. I almost gave my life for this country. I was willing to. I didn't go to war to protect a system that had no respect for my rights as a citizen. So let's stop this mess. Judges are equal part of our government. 3 equal branches. Judiciary, the judges, the executive branch, the president, and the legislative branch, Congress, or their affiliates and local congregations. So this is me. It's my opinion. I've had it for years. I just don't understand this thing called contempt of court and judges in the black suits. Wear a suit and tie, dude. Wear a suit and tie. Why do we need to be intimidated by our public servants? Why do we have to be intimidated? Look up to you. What's that robe mean? You're nothing. You're just a dude. You smell breath smell bad, your behind stink like everybody else's. You're not special. You're not special. And I'm not going to treat you like you're special. You work for me. You have been designed. We the people ordained. We the people ordained and established this Constitution, this nation. We the people to be self-governed. Not by a tyrannical idea that I have to respect and bow down to you. You're a human like I am. Stop the mess. I just want to know. Somebody let me know. Mason Weaver at masonweaver.com. What is this thing with judges? See you next time.